Today, a little rainy for everyone. You know, not really looking like the typical tropical paradise that Tampa is. We have our weather impact alert for rain and storms, maybe an isolated strong storm, but I do think this is going to be a low impact for you. We're not talking widespread severe weather. It's not going to be an all-day event for us. In fact, as you can see, we'll be drier for that evening commute tonight. Here's a look at the weather system bringing us the rain. Clearly bringing rain to a lot of the eastern seaboard, even some more snow up in the northeast from Pennsylvania into D.C. and New York. Lots of heavy rain along the Carolinas and in Georgia and the Florida Panhandle. In fact, we already saw a tornado warning in the Florida Panhandle this morning. That's where the severe weather will stay. Here at home, we're just looking at rain and isolated storms. Starting to see some of those showers push inland right now for that morning commute in parts of Pinellas County. It looks like that's impacting part of the Sunshine Skyway as you are leaving or entering St. Pete this morning. Tierra Verde, Boca Ciega seeing some rain. Also in Reddington Shores, that's moving into Pinellas Park. Seeing some more steady rain develop as well. Starting to dry out over in Manatee County and Sarasota County. But over in Wauchula, a little bit of light rain over Highway 17 there. Just a heads up to you. And northern Polk County seeing some light rain move on in. And we'll continue to watch for these showers to push off to the east coming in offshore over the next several hours. That front will stay to our north until the early afternoon. So between about 9 and noon, that's when I think we'll see our most widespread coverage of showers and storms. Here's a look just before your lunch hour. So if you had any lunch plans today, best to make those indoors. Heavy downpours will be possible and maybe an isolated strong storm, especially from Tampa and areas south and closer to the coast. I think we're going to have enough energy for maybe a stronger storm with some gusty wind upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour. I do think everything should stay below severe limits today. But then just in time for that afternoon and evening commute, that front is moving in. The rain and storms is pushing out of our area and over to the Atlantic coastline, and we should be mostly dry. In fact, as new model runs are coming in throughout the morning, we are trending even drier for that evening commute, so that's the good news. But you will notice the wind, so both hands on the steering wheel as you're driving home later today. As that front pushes in, that is going to create higher wind gusts upwards of 20 to 30 miles per hour, and then the cooler air briefly ushers in. Take a look at this. Tomorrow morning, waking up in the low 60s, 50s for the Nature Coast and areas north of Tampa, so a light jacket tomorrow morning, and the coolest morning will be Thursday. We'll warm back up ahead of our next weather system over the weekend, and that will bring us an even better cool down. Take a look. By next Tuesday, we could potentially be waking up in the 40s. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. Here's a look at the expected rain through the rest of the week. So we'll be dry tomorrow and Thursday, mostly dry Friday as well. Saturday and Sunday, we're keeping low end 30% chances for rain right now. Models have been really shifting back and forth on the timing of this. Right now, it looks like mainly north of Tampa on Saturday for the back half of the day Saturday, and then early morning rain chance on Sunday with everything clearing out before lunchtime. So that's good news for that Bucks game versus the Saints at home at 1 o'clock on Sunday. But look at this. I think this is the best news. Between today's rain chance and the weekend rain chance, we could pick up over a half to maybe over an inch of rain in some spots, which is more than we've picked up in 3 months across the Bay Area. So we'll take what we can get. That's pretty promising news. Marine forecast looks all right today, but with the storms offshore, I don't recommend doing any kind of boating today. Moderate chop on the bay, seas 2 to 4 feet. Cooler midweek with nice and comfortable mornings tomorrow and Thursday, highs in the 70s, and then we'll bring back those rain chances over the weekend. That needs to be fine-tuned. Those rain chances could definitely go up, especially Sunday. We'll be mostly dry to kick off next week.